I named the album because the internet. Well, Beck gave me that title. We were having a conversation, and he asking me. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "When I was coming up, like alt indie rock, like you kind of kept to yourself. You never really talked to like other alt indie rock guys. Like it's just everybody was kind of like a little more closed. Like it was just like a little more mysterious." Or just like you just didn't talk to the other things, like but rappers would always come up to him and be like, "Yo man, fuck with your shit." Da, da, da. Like, they were always like really big and open, and like, "Yo man, we should collab." Or like like they were just open. He's like, "Is it still like that, like that?" And then I was like, "Well, I hate answering questions beginning it this way, but because the internet." And he was like, "You should name your album that." One thing that I realized I got rid of with this album was just like letting go, just being honest and just making good songs. Like we were like, let's make good songs. And then like in the middle of making those songs, I realized like it's like, oh man, that I'm talking about. Oh, this is what I'm trying to get at. Like, and then it just kind of all tied in, and then the story made sense that I was telling. And there's a screenplay that goes with that I'll drop with the album that you can read, and it'll tell you when to listen to songs and what songs are like supposed to be. So the story kind of wrote itself. I don't think that anything that's good really isn't just me being like, this is the good part, isn't it? Like all that stuff comes from just like the story actually just kind of writing itself. I read a quote that was like, some people who are looking for the truth usually aren't looking for something enjoyable. Like so like I didn't like there's a lot of stuff on the album and there's stuff that was just like, but it was honest. Like I feel like no one's being honest. I felt like with the like Instagram stuff, like I felt like people were like, it kind of pissed me off because like it was just like I was just being honest with people. I haven't found one person yet who's been like, yo, that's like a serial killer's thought.
Yeah, right.
Like everybody I talked to has been like, I think that, but the thing that people are saying is crazy is that I posted it, which makes no sense because it's like everybody posts everything else personal about themselves, but it's always like a stunt.
Yeah.
It's like, I got a new baby, look at this car, like, yo, I'm doing this, I'm at the Jay-Z concert, where are you? Like, no one's like, I'm at my homie's funeral. Like, no one's no one's posting the other side of that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's life. And it's supposed to help us connect like the internet. But I feel very alone. I feel very lost. I don't know what I'm doing. That's what Instagram and that's what all that stuff is. Like when I die, people will have my diary.
Yeah.
Like I read this thing about this guy who he killed himself, but he was like this, like I think he was a janitor, and he was like, I never saw myself getting to 70 or something like that. He's like about to turn 70. He's like, I never saw myself. So he killed himself, but like he made a huge blog, and it was like beautiful. It was like great. It was really cool. I mean, and like I think it's just people were just like really sad about it, and I was like, why? Like, why is anybody sad about it? Like, and you can see it, and like he had joy, he had pain, he lived the life. That's all he did. He just lived a life like everybody else. And people want to put constraints on it. It's just like even with the Instagram thing, that people are like, he didn't have a crisis, he's fine, or like he's born out, or like just like I was like, these are thoughts everybody has. I put them out there, and that was the crazy thing, is that they were honest. I guess I just said it the loudest at that point because I feel like everybody is. I'm not going through it any more than you or anybody else. These are the thoughts that everybody has that are in the ethos, but we're not talking about them. It's uncomfortable, but also people don't want to believe that like our purpose isn't for us.
Yeah.
People don't want to believe that like our purpose is like you have kids and stuff like that. For like 3005 is like, I'll never see 3005. I'll never get there. We'll never get there. I don't know if my lineage will even get there. But that's what I'm working towards. That's what like I'm pulling. That's what the album and story and doing. Like, that's what it's about. Like it's about building on something that you'll never see. Like, and it's kind of like why like we're kind of slaves, a little bit. I sort of feel like I've said this before. Like I listened to Kanye interviews and he's like, I can't go any farther. Like the glass, and like I used to want to be like, I need to be a rapper. Like I'm trying to be like a rapper and just do all this stuff. And I was like, oh man, and I realized like, yo, that's my superpower. I'm not a rapper. I'm definitely not a rapper. I don't want to be a rapper. Rappers can only get this far. Like they can only go so far, and I want, like, this is a gift. Like I get to make this show, like it's something that nobody else gets to make it, and make it weird and personal, and something that I think they wouldn't let, probably, they wouldn't let Schoolboy Q do it, even though he's probably got crazy, dope ideas. you know, but like I think this is my like superpower. I want to like yeah, like I want to do something dope. I guess the worst thing that could happen to me right now would be if I just couldn't make things anymore. Like if there wasn't an outlet. And be honest, like I think the one thing I'm thankful for is that like I can still like change stuff. Like it's like I can still do things differently. Like I meant that when I wrote that on the Instagram. I was like, hey, you can always be better. Like I seriously meant that. So I guess I'm very thankful that like, you know, things aren't always over until they're over.